Hi gorgeous, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna learn how to drape this Kanchipuram Saree from beginning to end. So we're gonna pleat and iron the pallu, we're gonna pleat and iron the front pleats, and then we're gonna drape it. So let's get started. As always, iron the entire saree before we even begin. Once you've ironed the entire saree, you wanna pleat your pallu. For this particular navy drape, because I am ironing the front pleats, I'm going to take a shorter pallu than I normally would. So it's probably going to hit the back of my knee or my calf, then my ankle. All right, so let's get pleating. You can check out my video on pleating the pallu. I use the same method for all of my sarees. It's super quick and easy once you get the hang of it. Once you've pleated and pinned your pallu, you want to pleat your front pleats. So what you do is hold the saree on your body like you're gonna tuck it in, but you're not gonna tuck it in, and then do the twirl and determine where you would start the pleats. And so for me, that would be right about here. So I'm gonna pleat and try to take less than the normal wide pleats that you do. I try to take it a little bit narrower when I wanna iron down the pleats, just so I get a little bit more pleats. And so for me, that's 6 pleats here. Once you are happy with them, you just wanna stagger them, and then you wanna pin them into place. For the front pleats, you're not gonna just iron down the front pleats, because then that'll just look really flat. It won't give you that beautiful flare that you'd like to see in a saree. So what you're actually gonna do is iron the inside pleats. So the inside fold will be ironed, but the outside will remain kind of organic and free to do whatever it wants. What you wanna do is gather the bottom of the pleats, and they don't have to be perfect, you just wanna kind of guide the fabric, and then lay it over your ironing table, underside of the saree up. So the good side of the saree is facing the ironing board, and the underside is facing you. So what I've done is flipped the saree over so that the underside of the saree is facing me, and I've just fanned out the pleats so that they are narrower at the top, and then they fan out beautifully to the bottom. And now I'm gonna press just these folds with an iron. You're going to lightly iron the inside, and don't press too hard, because then you don't wanna place or iron down the outside edges. And it's just a very slight press. You don't want it to be too pressed down. And that way, when you lift up, the pleats, like these, are not pressed down. See that? They're still pretty organic. They're still giving that puffy look, but on the inside, all of these folds are defined. Once you're done the front pleats, you can go back to your chest pleats. I like to do the chest pleats last because I don't like any wrinkles or anything like that. If there's any part of the saree that absolutely needs to be perfect, it's the part that goes on your chest, because that's the first thing anyone sees. So I try to do this part last so that I don't, accidentally wrinkle or mess up the folds. So what you're gonna do is just spread out the pleats, make them as perfect as you possibly can, and then iron these down. Okay, and then I just like to lift up and press lightly and lift up so that there's no harsh lines. And we're ready to drape. Before we start draping, I just want to talk about your undergarments. So for Kanchipuram sarees, heavy silk sarees, satin silk sarees, any kind of saree, I recommend getting a fitted skirt that is both comfortable to wear and easy to move in. Make sure you do some research into the fabric, the construction, because they're not all made the same. The one I'm wearing is the Saree Silhouette from our website, tiabhuva.com, and I love it for wearing any kind of saree. It has completely revolutionized my saree wearing experience and thousands of women across the world. So definitely check it out. And then obviously a blouse. I'm just wearing this birthday crop, which I worn in a lot of my videos. It basically goes with everything and it's such a staple in my closet. Let's start draping. So as with all drapes, you want to just do the first layer as neat as possible, tucking in as flat as possible as you go. And then once you get to the front, you want to just tuck the pleats in as a placeholder, like so. And then you want to take the pallu, bring it around and put it on your left shoulder. So here, as you can see, I have a lot more fabric than I need even to do the hip pleats. So what I'm gonna do is untuck my front pleats and take another pleat here. And it's okay that it's not going to be ironed because it's going to end up on the side of my body anyway. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you have enough sari here to do your hip pleats. I'm just going to let that go. And then bring that up, shake out the pleats, and then tuck it in right to the right of your belly button. So make sure all the pleats are to the right of your belly button. So it's a little messy on both sides right now. What you're gonna do is fix up this side first. You're going to put your hand in through this little opening here where you haven't tucked in the sari and pull the left side of the fabric. You wanna put your hand underneath all of your pleats and guide this fabric. And you'll see as you pull, it'll kind of form these pleats and you just wanna nicely guide them. And then pull really tight, kind of do a little twist here with the sari and tuck it in. And then in order to make this nice and neat, what you want to do is fold forward like so and tuck that in as well. The only difference between this nivy drape and ones I've shared before on this channel is the length of the pallu, so a shorter pallu so that you have more sari to take pleats in the front. I think it's important if you're going to iron down the front pleats that you have that extra sari to take extra pleats because you're not really able to improvise while you're draping and add pleats. If you try out this method, I hope you like it and like how it turns out on you. If you do, let me know in the comments below. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and I will see you in a future video.